We're now going to bring in Texas Congressman Louie Gohmert live with an update as major flooding is expected today in Texas. Welcome to the show. As always, can you give us the latest on the cleanup effort with respect to Hannah and what's going on in Texas right now?
Well, yeah, the tough part is that it comes on top of COVID, and South Texas has been hit pretty hard. A lot of people have come across the border and brought COVID in. That's an area that's really was already hit hard. But if you'll recall, whether it's Harvey or other hurricanes, Texas does pretty well in dealing with the emergencies. Governor Greg Abbott has been completely on top of it. As you know, the hurricane was downgraded since it hit land, but it still brought a lot of rain, and that's been the biggest problem. The winds have been downgraded, but the rain keeps coming. It's headed toward northern Mexico, but we've got the emergency personnel there ready and helping.
Hey, Congressman, let me ask you, obviously, being here in Washington and covering Congress, we will all be watching to see whether or not Mitch McConnell unveils finally the COVID-19 plan. Looks like the White House and the Republicans in the Senate are getting closer to agreement. What are your thoughts as you sit on the House side?
Well, we're concerned about the giveaway programs to help the Democratic Party. We've seen some of those in the prior COVID legislation. And of course, both Republican senators and Republican House members are very concerned about the efforts of Democrats to stifle the economy by leaving open the door to litigation, just overwhelming employers and businesses that open. So that's been a top priority. And the question is how much giveaway programs that don't necessarily help the COVID victims are the House Democrats and Schumer going to demand in order to get the immunity from liability.
Congressman, I got to get your take on one more thing. You've never been accused of not being a fighter. We're in this moment where statues are being torn down, buildings being renamed, cancel culture everywhere. And you took to the House floor. I actually had this video sent to me by a couple of people. You took to the House floor and introduced a resolution that would ban the Democrat Party. Explain.
Well, everybody knows, or they should if they don't, that slavery has been pushed and protected by the Democratic Party. That's where it come from. That's where the defenses come from. And it wasn't just in the 1800s after the Civil War. They're the ones that have been protecting it. They're the ones that pushed Jim Crow laws. They're the ones that did not support the 14th or 15th Amendment at all. No support from the Democratic Party. And even the 1924 Democratic National Convention was called the Klan Bake because of the Ku Klux Klan's influence. That were an extension of the Democratic Party. So if we're going to hold the Democrats to the same standards that they want to hold everybody else to and get rid of any vestiges of slavery, it means getting rid of the Democratic Party. And so we're just trying to hold them to the same standards they want to hold everybody else to.
Somehow I suspect that the Speaker, Nancy Pelosi, disagrees with this. I'm not sure that's going to see the light of day. Just finally, though, the point I understand you're making, do you believe, Congressman, that it is the Democrats that are trying to sort of hold out on significant legislation beyond the November election?
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what they're trying to do. Their strategy is if we can keep America in turmoil, the riots, the economic problems that COVID has caused, then it's better for getting rid of Donald Trump. And it's sad, but it appears they don't care so much about letting America heal because they want the political advantages they think come from seeing America devastated just so they can get back in power. That is horrendous. The Republicans have never felt that way and still do not.
Representative Louie Gohmert, thank you very much, sir, for joining us.
Great to be with you. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Great to have you.